Swing Hard in Case You Hit It is the book. My escape from addiction and shot at redemption on the Trump campaign. And this matters more, certainly, than stupid party politics and sparring. Tim Murtaugh joins us now. Congratulations on the work and for finally being a part of something valuable. No, I'm kidding. Thank you for what you're doing here. What do you want people to learn, Tim?
Well, thanks for having me back on, Chris. And you're a good sport and you're a real pro. And I say in the book that I have a lot of respect for you because you understood my role and you understood what each of us was trying to accomplish when I was on your show. So I thank you very much for seeing that and having me back on. I think this book is unlike any political book that you or your viewers have ever read. It's about politics, and there's a lot of the 2020 Trump campaign in there, but it's also about my decades-long struggle with alcohol. I was a really dead-end, desperate alcoholic, and I woke up in jail one day, May 16th, 2015, and that happens to be my sober date. It's the last day I took a drink, and less than 4 years after I woke up in a Fairfax County, Virginia jail cell, I was flying on Air Force One with President Trump, and I wrote this book because I went to rehab a bunch of times, 5 times. And every time I was there, I spent a lot of time in the bookstore and I read all the titles that were more autobiographical, real people telling their stories about their problems, all the crazy things they got into and how they got through it. And I decided that if I ever got around to it, if I ever thought I had something to say, that I wanted to write a book just like that, because those books helped me. And I figured that if an alcoholic picks up my book and just flips through it for like 10 minutes, and in that 10 minutes, they don't take a drink, well, then it was worth writing in the first place, and that's really why I did it.
What did the campaign do for you that you see as beneficial to your journey?
Well, I mean, by the time I was on the Trump campaign, I was 4 years sober. And, working on a campaign like that, it's such a gigantic project and it consumes your life. You really don't have time to think about much else. I would say that getting on the Trump campaign, and this is not, I should say, this is not a tell-all book like a lot of the books of the Trump era. Working for the Trump campaign, working for President Trump was the highest honor of my professional career. And so I'm not going to trash the president in this. In fact, I support him in 2024. And working for the president gave me the platform, really, to be able to write this book. So before I got hired on the Trump campaign, I told the president, I told his team about my past and the fact that I have 2 DUIs and I have a whole bunch of little more minor arrests for drunken public and those kinds of things. And the word came back that he likes a good redemption story. He likes a comeback story. And so I think what I learned is that, it's always possible to come back. And it really, in my case, it probably seemed like it was too late, but in fact, it's never too late.
What I like about it is there are going to be plenty of people who are going to be like, oh, that guy. Oh, I'm not going to read his book. I don't, those Trump people. The point is, there's always common concern behind any kind of conflict. People care about the people in their lives that are struggling with abuse of any kind of substance, especially now with fentanyl. There's a new wave of fear. It is a lifetime decision, and it's something that's so communicable to so many people's personal experiences, no matter what their politics are. And I want them to see that in this effort by you to write this book, that you think you know this guy, and you think you're totally at odds with him if you're a big lefty, right? But you actually may share something that's central to his life and should be to yours as well, and that as a society we should be doing a lot more about. So, Tim, I wish you the best with the book. I'm happy to give you the platform, and I hope it sells.
Well, Chris, I really very much appreciate it. It's available now on Amazon, Target, Barnes & Noble, anywhere you can buy books. Swing hard in case you hit it, and I hope folks check it out. And I thank you very much for giving me the chance to talk about it here tonight.
Continued success. Take care. Hey, thank you for watching. Please go to newsnationnow.com, newsnationnow.com, and you can find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button down below. Then you will get more of NewsNation's fact-driven coverage.